Hi, welcome to the Crack of Dawn. It's Dawn Lombardi and Rich Canestrato. He's my director tonight and my cameraman. I mean, it's so exciting. We just finished some Miss Porter's paintings, but now what we're doing tonight is I got hired to do this. I'll put it down in a second. It's a house portrait. Now, I do a lot of these for like Eileen Riley, not as much anymore, but hi, Eileen. She's hired me a ton of times. Real estate agents, when they sell a house, they love to have me do the house so that when they give the people a gift for saying thank you for listing your house with me, they usually give a gift of the painting of the house. So if you're ever looking for that, that's my specialty. I do it all the time. This particular house is being knocked down, I believe, and being rebuilt. This is a commission from New York. I don't know who owns the house. I know it's a famous comedian that's a woman. That's all I know. And even if I knew more, I probably wouldn't say anything unless I was allowed to. But sometimes people are private. But I've already started it. Okay? I'm not happy with it because I'm very picky about my work. And so it's not like I'm not happy with it, but it just doesn't pop to me. So we're going to try to make this pop. Now, the photograph doesn't pop either because sometimes people, and this particular client, Hi A. Wild, is a great client, a great customer, a great client of mine, a great friend. And she does everything perfect. She sends me the canvas. She sends me the paint. She sends me the picture. She sends me everything. And she knows me so well that she knows that I can tweak this and make it the way she wants. So it's not the ideal light, not at all, really. The bushes are all dead. It clearly was taken in the winter. You know, we want to spruce it up and make it look cute and nice. She's always great with me when I say, do you want it cartoony? Do you want it realistic? She always says, you take your artistic ability to whatever height you want to go. And that's really nice. So when people are too picky and they're like, I want it this way, I want it that way, sometimes as an artist you pull away because you're like, that's what I'm here for. So she always gives me the privilege, the artist's privilege of taking over when I need to. My brushes aren't so great tonight, but I'm going to make them work anyway because I can. So again, when you're ever thinking, and I don't have any yellow, but I'll get that in a second. I might not even use it. But I'm going to touch this up and make it look a little cartoony. I don't want it to look too realistic. I want it a little kind of more like an illustration rather than a photograph kind of thing. And my greens are a little much, when you look at this green versus this. But, these bushes are dead. These bushes back here are dead. So I added a little green in mine. These are dead. You got to make sure everything's drawn perfectly, which I had to do this a couple times because I had the frame wasn't right. And what I'm going to do right now is just kind of go in and add a couple things. The windows actually have a little line here that go beyond the black. And it takes a while. And, sometimes you don't feel like working on this, but it really is relaxing. Like I said, I've been reading. Love the Jaws book. I know you might think it's like very, shallow of me to be reading Jaws, but I'll tell you, if they made a movie into the book, it's a good book. You know what I'm saying? So I loved the movie. It was great. And actually, like I was saying in the last episode, there's no dog. There's no Pippin. Pippin, he's running out, and then the Jaws happen. No Pippin. Actually, Ellen Brody, the Chief Brody's wife, went to Miss Porter school. So, just saying, in the book, Jaws, apparently Chief Brody's wife was very rich. And the movie takes place in more like of a Montauk rather than Martha's Vineyard. But, Steven Spielberg, brilliant, made it in Martha's Vineyard. It's so cool. I love these things. Plus, I'm like grown up and raised in Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and not Nantucket so much, not so much the vineyard either, but you know, whatever. We were privy to that area when we were kids growing up, but not so much the vineyard. And the Cape was kind of like where everybody went. Not sure how many people went to the Cape like me, but I'm a Massachusetts girl. I'm from Northampton, Mass. And a lot of us Mass kids, you know, we went to the Cape. I would say like the vineyard was kind of the more rich people. The Nantucket, same. And then we got older, went over there a couple times, but it's a big pain in the neck. I mean, you got to get on a boat and you got to spend more money to get there, and then you got to spend more money when you get there because it's expensive. But if you haven't ever gone there, I would love to live on the Cape right now. I think it would be really fun. And the property was pretty affordable, like maybe 10 years ago, but now it's getting really, like the vineyard is just impossible. Nantucket's like crazy. And Cape Cod's getting kind of hard to buy property. So anyway, not sure where people own property around Connecticut. You know, the beach areas here, I'll tell you, if I had a beach property in Connecticut, I really loved Clinton. I know that there's Madison and, you know, the areas surrounding it. You got Essex, Old Saybrook, but Clinton seemed like you could really get a nice waterfront on Shore Road. Maybe not Captain's Drive, but Shore Road anyway. And a lot of the people seem to be here in Connecticut, go to like, where do they go? A lot of Rhode Island, Narragansett. You know, I'm being not from Connecticut, we did Cape Cod. So if you were from Connecticut, you might have done like Point Judith. No, yeah, Point of Woods, Point Judith, Narragansett, Mystic. You know, I suppose that would be more. I'm not a Connecticut girl, so I don't really know. But all I know is when we went camping a lot, my sister and I would meet up with people on the campground. And my sister would always come back, me too. And we'd say, we just met some people from Connecticut. They're rich every single time. Anytime we met people from Connecticut, that's all we would comment on. I mean, it didn't, you know, they were nice, of course, too, but it was always like, they're rich, like every single time. And this was, so I'm putting these screen kind of windows on. And, you know, this is kind of like, I'm treating it kind of like an illustration, like watercolor. Again, I want it to be perfect. I want to send it out in a couple days and make sure she gets it on time. And remember to replenish your brushes or go somewhere. I mean, Amazon's fine. I like to hold things in my hand. So if I were you and I was, you know, shopping for art supplies, I like to hold things up. You know, a lot of people, especially the kids that I teach at school, you know, they grab this instantly because it's bigger, so it looks better. It's like richer. You know, oh, I need the big brush. Well, what are you going to do with this? You know, what are you going to do with this big brush on this teeny, teeny painting? So they've been getting better at school with choosing brushes. And I always have millions of them. I don't tell them what to do. I explain, and I hope they follow the directions. And if they don't, they learn later on. And it's a great way to teach, I think. Because lots of kids don't listen. You know, oh, he doesn't listen. Well, a lot of kids don't listen. You know, it's like you think you've got the only one. I mean, a lot of kids don't listen. It's fine. It's like you just go over it again and, you know, they learn. And it's fine. So we're going to go down to the, let's show you a little thing up close because they always look better from far away. And I'm getting there. I'll finish it. I don't think I'm going to put daffodils and flowers in the yard because, you know, I'm really not sure what she's privy to if she put daffodils in. I mean, I went to Ocean State Job Lot in November. Well, October. You're always supposed to plant your bulbs right around Halloween. I bought 210 bulbs, and I put them all in the yard. So they're everywhere in my yard. And I hope the dog doesn't get them. But when they come up, which they're coming up now, they're going to look really good. And then they're going to die, and then they're not going to look good. But I love putting the bulbs up. All right, here I'm just putting kind of like, you know, when you plant trees, they do have roots. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but these are bushes, and they do have a lot of roots. And so I'm putting them in now. Oh, here, I'm going to move it up a little. So if you can see, not sure how close you can focus in. I'm doing black mixed with green. Okay, and I'm just putting into the bushes You know, there are twigs and stuff that are under these bushes. They don't just puff up like a thing of broccoli. They have like, you know, roots. So that's what I'm doing now. It's looking a little bit, you know, more realistic than I want it. And if it does turn out that way, it's fine. And she's been a great friend and hired me to do a lot of commissions over the years. So I'm really grateful for that. And, you know, when you have repeat customers, it's fantastic. And this is definitely a repeat customer. I've done a ton of work for them and appreciate it. Tonight, UConn Syracuse. I don't know who's going to win. I did the bracket, and I acted like I did it myself, but I didn't. I even told her I had a little help from my dad. My dad helped me with the bracket. When your colors mix, don't worry about it. It's like fine. It's going to dry in a little bit anyway. I picked UConn to win, obviously, like everybody else, but it's not how you're going to make the money. I also did another bracket where I did Purdue to win because I thought, you know, what if someone gets an injury? You know, I figured that was the next best team. I don't know what I'm doing. Last night I was watching, but when the UConn has a 30-point lead, it's not like I stop watching or anything, but, you know, I do have other stuff to do. So sometimes when the lead is that big, you know, I do other things. A lot of people wouldn't leave the TV, but, you know, I'm not a huge sports person, but I love it. But, you know, I left the room. I had other stuff to do. I'm like, oh, they're ahead by 30. Wow. I think we got it. Again, I'm mixing some. Let me show you my palette here quick. Again, just put in all the colors. And I have these at school, too. And the kids all go for this. This is a little teeny palette, and it looks like this. You've probably seen it. Looks like this. You can see the little circles I'm doing. Hold on, I'll make it bigger. There's a little teeny palette, and it's round. And it has about, I don't know, 6 or 7 holes where you can mix. Hold on, I'm going to show you. About 6 or 7 holes where you can manage your paint. And it's round, so it looks like this. And the kids at school, and then it's round. And then here, in the middle, right here, that's the only places you have to mix your paint. So look at all this. Whoops, sorry. But I mean, would I rather have this or this? So the kids all grab this, and I'm like, that's really cute and everything, but like, this is way more efficient for what we're doing. And a lot of people, oh, save the ocean, save the turtles. It's all recyclable. Everything is from now. You know, everything really is. I mean, maybe not everything. I mean, you've got to be careful with recycling. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, plastic and styrofoam has come a long way. And I could be wrong, but... So I'm just going in. This will probably be done like within the next few days. But I thought I'd bring it on and show you. And then next time I'm on, I'm going to bring and do the Nutmeg TV painting, which will go in Chris's office. 2 of them. So I think she said springing. I could put a little pot of flowers on the doorstep. I don't know if I will. I'm not sure yet. I hope everybody's been great. We are... Here we go. The white paint here. Okay, remember, keep your colors separate. Always wash your brush. And if you make a good blue and you like it, keep it there. If you want it lighter, look, you can go over here and make it even lighter. Okay, so now I have this, I have that, I have that. And then always underneath, I always say I do have one, but I don't. But underneath your plate, you know, keep a couple more. So then if you need to, like, you know, spread out or whatever you have to do. But you don't need fancy stuff to paint. Okay, now this house looks kind of yellowish white. I bet you it's white, but watch, see the color? The color here is a little bit more yellowy white than that one, but I'm not sure. But I know if I asked her and I called her up and said, you know, help me out here, she would help me. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish up this one. I know the Farmington High School looks really good. That's the town I live in. They have a new high school going up. I don't know if my daughter will be able to go there. They said she would, but I don't know. Maybe. And now they're going to keep the old high school and make the town hall. I don't know. I don't mean to go off on this one, but oh my God. It's like, We get a new high school. It's a ton of money. They said the old one was inoccupiable. Can't have anything there. They had people come in. Can we rebuild it? Can we save it? Can the kids still go here? Oh no, it's so bad. Have to knock it down. You know, I'm not part of the committee or anything, but now they're keeping it. And they're putting the town hall people, which the town hall isn't the greatest building either, but how many people work in the town hall? 100, 200? So now they're going to put the people in the town hall in the old high school. And the old high school is next to the new high school, which just looks like, I mean, it's kind of like Trinity College versus New Britain Avenue. Not to be mean, but it's just like night and day. Like, I don't get it. I don't like my tax money going towards that. I have no idea what they're going to do with the town hall. And I don't care. I think it's great. But it just seems like weird. 10 minutes, Rich said. So if you agree on me or you don't, come on the show. Let's talk about it. Because I know nothing. I would never go near running for politics or any of that. But I just think it's kind of funny. It's like, okay, you just said the building was inoccupiable. And now you're going to put our town hall people in there. I don't know how many people go to Farmington High School, but probably 2,000, maybe more. So now our town hall people are going to go into the old high school? Like, what are they going to be doing? Like, race car driving through the high school hallways? Like, I don't know. I know I don't have money, and I need to be very careful, with how I'm spending my money. And, it just seems weird. And, I know people are trying to do good for our town, but, like, to me, I'm like, my daughter is not going to see the high school. They said she would, but no. She's not going to see the high school. She might go there for 2 months and graduate, but my daughter's not going to be going to the high school when it's new and built. It looks beautiful, by the way, though. But anyway, I'm just thinking, like, where's the budget going to go with that? They definitely have to do over the high school to make it occupiable for townspeople. Just weird. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in politics. That's for darn sure. I think I couldn't imagine because, like, if I say one thing, there's definitely going to be someone that's like, Dawn, you're dead wrong and you're dumb. And I'm not prepared for that. Like, I would cry. Like, okay, I'm wrong. Sorry. I don't know what to do. But, like, I can't debate things. I can't be put in a corner. I can't do that. So this is looking a little cuter. Oh. You'll notice the green in this color is a very, like, fried green because it's like wintertime. All the bushes are fried. The green grass is like yellow. And she told me, just spruce it up a little, Dawn. I said, I will. Remember, you have different colored blues. So right here, I'm mixing some blue. I'm mixing an ultramarine with a cerulean. So the ultramarine is a very darker blue. And the cerulean, although none of them have any yellow in them, it's just a yellow, it's a whiter blue. Totally different animal here. And on the top, this blue is really dark. And I like how it does that. I like it. There's no clouds, no birds in the sky. I'm not doing that. I kind of like this stripe, though, going across the top. I just do. I like that stripe. And like I said to the girl doing it, do you mind if I make it a little cartoony? And she said, no, it's all up to you. I don't know how I'm going to do it right now. But I've done some great work. And some of it's cartoony, some of it's not, some of it's just kind of, you got to go with it. Anybody that needs any work for, I know a lot of charities are coming out. Let me know if you need anything. I've got a lot of stuff in my basement that, I'd be glad to donate to charity, depending on what it is, but actually not really anything. Kentucky Derby's coming up. It's the first time I haven't really, haven't done the horses in a while. You know me, I'm a big horse person. I'm not really sure who's running. I always have my favorite jockeys. I can't even, it's been so long since I bet on the horses. Not bet on them, but painted them and watched the jockeys, followed them so much. So it's been a while, so I really wouldn't know what to tell you right now. There's a couple jockeys. They're brothers. They're from Cuba, like most of them are. But they're great brothers, and they're really good jockeys. And I would say I'd be tempted to look into that versus the horse. Sometimes I look into the jockey a little bit more than the horse because the jockey is the one driving the car, really. So, when you have like a NASCAR guy that you really like, to me, Sometimes it's not the horse, it's the jockey. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's the trainer. You know, Bob Baffert is long gone, the guy with the white hair. But he might be, he was banned from horse racing for like 4 years. He got caught, whatever, drugging the horses. I don't know. Look it up. Bob Baffert. He signed my wallet. Oh, I love him. One of the best trainers, Todd Pletcher, is a great trainer. Rasmussen's a great trainer. Keith Demereaux, Demerox, it ends with an X. I don't know how to say it, but there's some great trainers. But Bob Baffert's one of the best, and Todd Pletcher, other one. So like a lot of times when you see the horses win in the Kentucky Derby, it will be one of Baffert's horses or one of Pletcher's or Demereaux's or other ones. Or sometimes like a bunch of guys from Connecticut that own a few horses. Sometimes people do that, because it's expensive to own a horse. But Bob Baffert might be back in the running. I don't know. Good guy. 5 minutes. Can you believe how long it goes by? Then we're doing a commercial. I hope it goes well, because I'm supposed to copy a few things, and sometimes I don't follow directions too well, but I'm going to try. We're going to do a little Nutmeg TV commercial. I can't wait. And it's all not planned. No, we're winging it. So it's like not like I got to review it or anything. This is looking better. Yeah. And it's a cute little house. I don't know if I'd tear it down, but I'll tell you right now, everybody's like remodeling. Everybody's doing everything. I did my kitchen. You might laugh at me, but literally my whole kitchen was $12,000. I think it was totally worth it. Now the cabinets are already chipping, but whatever. My husband works at Benjamin Moore. He can probably fix that, but it probably shouldn't have started chipping. But I mean, what do you want? It was like very cheap to do my kitchen, and that's what I was looking for. A lot of people have a lot of money, and I don't, and I just wanted a nice, clean kitchen. My kids were young. It didn't really matter. And then when they got older, I was like, I need a nice, crisp look. I did my cabinets. It wasn't, a ton of money, but I did have to save for a while. And then my neighbor put up a whole new fence, so thank you. Oh, love her. It looks so good. And plus she has a pool, so her fence that she put up is like half my yard, so it looks like it's my fence, so thank you. Oh, very expensive. Just going in with this white to crisp it up. In a couple minutes, we're going to have 2 minutes left. And then we're going to do a little, and remember to call into Nutmeg TV. Just say hi, support us. I don't know. Look online, see what we're up to. The people here are great. The shows are great. There's a new guy before me that is the chef at the Delamar in West Hartford. Oh, I walked in here tonight and I was like, I don't know how to cook. I mean, I do, but I just don't like it. But I came in here tonight and it smelled like, kind of like Chinese food, I have to say. And we're picky with Chinese food. Picky, picky, picky. Very picky. And it wasn't Chinese food. I forgot what he made. But his name is I think it's Jason Bartolotto. But he's don't quote me on that. But he is the executive chef, I believe, or maybe sous chef, I think executive, at the Delamar in West Hartford. And he was just here. He films before me. So I come in here and I'm salivating, because he just cooks so good. We got Domino's last night. It's all right. Sorry, Domino's. It's fine. We like Kurt from Naples. He's been on the show before. And then I'm trying to think but Oli's Pizza. I got to have them on. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's I would say if you can cook a good pizza and figure it out, you could probably make a ton of money making pizza. Now, you can't make yucky pizza. You have to actually do what Kurt does. But, who does that? But if I could figure out how to make pizza really good, 2 minutes, woo! If I could figure out how to make pizza really good, your profit is huge. But nobody's going to buy your pizza if it doesn't taste good. I don't care how many free toppings or how many free cheese pizzas you get. Nobody's going to buy it if it tastes awful. But I'll tell you, I had ABC Pizza in Hartford. because my school got it for us. And you know what? I don't care what people say. I thought it was the most delicious pizza I've ever gotten. And then my gym teachers said, oh, you think that's good? Go to Yanni's in Newington or Wethersfield, whatever's on the border of Hartford where I work. So I'm on New Britain Ave, Maple Avenue. I keep going all the way down. It turns into, I think, Newington or Wethersfield. I'm going to go with Wethersfield. Yanni's. Yeah, I thought it was great, but I don't know. The ABC pizza, I loved it. You know, it depends on what you like. This is looking way better. Really happy with it. I have my friend Erin Noonan. Hi, Erin. Erin lives in Las Habras, California. La Habras. She's a lawyer. I've been friends with her forever. I haven't sent her a painting in a long time, so Erin, you're going to get a couple paintings soon. But she takes all the paintings that I don't sign. She's like, what do you do with all those paintings that you don't like? And I'm like, I don't want anybody seeing them. And she's like, they're really good. And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, will you send them to California? So she has a whole wall of art, thank you, Erin, of my work. And they're not necessarily bad. They're just stuff I don't think I could sell, and I'm, you know, a little embarrassed because they're not perfect. Well, she takes them all. So thank you, Erin. And everybody thinks they're great anyway, so it's not that bad. I'm just finishing up this little bush here. Again, they're going to be darker on the bottom because the light is going to hit that top of the bush. And this is looking a lot better, for sure. So we got to wrap it up because Rich just said, wrap it up. So thank you for tuning in for the Crack of Dawn. We had a great time. I'm not really sure what days I'm on this week or whenever, but I would love to have a guest. Coachy's coming on. We're going to do these Nutmeg TVs. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. I love it. Bye-bye.
The water's warm at Jaws Pond, and we're stocked full of treasures. Big or small, we buy it all. We buy and sell fast rides, power tools, vintage guitars, and so much more. Walk the plank in style with our fine jewelry, diamonds, and watches. Plus, we have a huge selection of the latest video games, including the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Jaws Pond, conveniently located on Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington and West Main Street in New Britain.
I'm your host, Kurt Barwis. Today, I have a very special guest, Dr. Andrew Lin.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name's Chuck Wooden.
Decision for ourselves for this week, if we want to be made well.
Hi, welcome to the Crack of Dawn. It's Dawn Lombardi. I'm starting the painting. It's going to be the clips with some water. Love it.
He took me on the sets of Lost in Space, Batman.
Everybody has a story. What's yours? Until next time.